What's up, my fellow collectors? I'm back again with a brand new review video, guys. And as you can see, it is the Hot Toys Punisher from the TV Netflix series, the show Daredevil. And it is the TMS 004. I believe that stands for TV Miniseries 004. So we're going to start this review off right away with the source information. And I gotta tell you guys, the show Daredevil was pretty good on its own. It had really good story. Stayed pretty true to the comic books for the most part. Very interesting characters. And the guy that plays Daredevil himself, Charlie Cox, did an excellent job portraying Matthew Murdock. Very good. But it wasn't until the second season where it just blew my mind. Toward the end of season 2 is where they introduced this guy himself, Punisher, Frank Castle. And you couldn't have asked for a better guy to play the role. He did an excellent job. Jon Bernthal. When I heard that he had gotten the part of Punisher, I had my doubts as to whether he can stand up to the role, because those are some pretty big shoes to fill, the part of Frank Castle. But he did an outstanding job. Really good. And now the Punisher himself is getting his own spin-off show. I've already seen the trailers for it. It looks already really good. I saw the trailers. Really nice. I think they're gonna start the origin story of the character. I won't spoil it for those of you who aren't very familiar with the character of the Punisher. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go in depth and explain all the sad story of how he started. But yes, I highly recommend watching the show. I started watching the show after season 2 was over. A lot of people were talking about the hype of the show, and got me curious. So I decided to check it out, and yeah, everybody was right. The show is pretty awesome. Especially with this character in it. I don't think it would have been as good without him. So, for the source information, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. I would say that it did deliver. It was very good. When we're talking about the show Daredevil, I do have to say that it is a lot better than the movie with Ben Affleck. The movie with Ben Affleck was a little bit too fantasy. I mean, the show itself on Netflix, it does have some fantasy bits in it, but I think the movie had a lot more in it, so it was kind of less believable. That's just my opinion. Alright, so stick with me, guys, and we'll roll on with the next category. Alright, so now we're on the category of packaging. And it's an okay box, I guess. You got a portrait of the figure on the smack dab right in the middle. You got the Daredevil title right there in the front. It's all in black and white. Then you got some braille writing referencing, you know, Matthew Murdock, Daredevil, since he's blind. It's written in braille. And I'm assuming it says Punisher, either that or Daredevil. The reason I say it might say Daredevil is because they got Daredevil written everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean literally everywhere. So it is a high probability that this braille writing says Daredevil. The braille writing is raised. You can feel it when you run your finger across it. And as I said before, it says TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure. On the bottom you have the Hot Toys logo. And when you turn it to one side, it says, like one of the very few places, the Punisher. And then it says the same thing, TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure, and then you got the braille writing again right here, and it is also raised. And then you got what looks like blood splatter on the side here, but I can't really be sure because it's all in black and white, but I'm assuming that is blood. Then you turn it to the other side. Same thing that it says, the Punisher, TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure, and you got the braille writing again. And you got some more blood splatter. And turn it around on the back. Hot Toys logo on the top. You got the information, warnings, choking hazards and such. Secret base logo right there with the addresses. Toy Hunters logo right there. And then on the bottom you got the Punisher and barcode and all that stuff that nobody's really interested in reading. And you can kind of tell, but barely. I guess it's a city landscape in the very background here. Either that or like a alleyway or something. I believe that's the Empire State Building in the shadow, because the show does take place in New York City in Hell's Kitchen. And when you take the... Oh, one more thing, I forgot. The top part of the box does say Daredevil, the Punisher, TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure. So going back to taking the sleeve off, if I can do it one-handed. Come on. There we go. Almost there. There we go. Okay. You got the window that shows the figure and all of its accessories. But as you can see, I already took it out. And the window itself is shaped in the symbol of the Punisher skull logo, which is kind of cool. I dig that idea, you know. And then you got on one side, it says the Punisher, same thing, TMS 00416 skeleton collectible figure. And that's all. And it says the same thing on that side. And on the back, it says the Punisher TMS 00416 scale collectible figure. And then it names off the cast and crew responsible for making the production of this figure. And you got cool artwork that surrounds all of the lettering and such, and then you get the Punisher skull logo right there on the bottom. So, it's an alright box, as I said before. It's kind of bland in my opinion. I think they could have done a better job. I would have been just satisfied with a big skull logo right here in the very front. With the, you know, with it saying the Punisher right here on the front. And if they had to have the Daredevil, because I know it's from the show Daredevil, they could have had it like below the Punisher title, like in little writing. That would have been enough for me. Even this logo here on the back, if they would have used that and just blown it up and put it on the very front right here, I would have loved the box so much better. That would have been awesome. But as it is, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. So stick with me, guys, and we'll roll on to the next category. Okay, so now we've reached the category of likeness. And I'll just come right out and say it, that this head sculpt is on point, 100%. Jon Bernthal through and through, just as he looked while he was playing the character of Frank Castle. From every angle, they nailed it. Right down to the haircut and everything. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jon Bernthal did used to be a boxer before he started his acting career. And how do I know this? Well, all you have to do is check out his facial features. You got his nose that is pretty much like a mushroom shape. It's like kind of smushed in. And he's got the big ears, which probably, if he would have continued his fighting careers, would have ended up with cauliflower ear. So yeah, you can totally tell that he was a fighter back in the day. But yeah, really, really awesome likeness to Jon Bernthal. If you wanted to, you could probably just take this head sculpt and recreate another figure And by another figure, I mean Shane from The Walking Dead. Easily doable. But yeah, as for the likeness, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. Since that was a pretty short category, guys, I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the category of the outfit. So, as you can see, they did a pretty awesome job on the outfit. Really great. Standard Hot Toys quality. Really high. Really awesome. The trench coat itself does feel like it's made out of real leather. I'm assuming it is. I've never owned the DX10 Terminator, but a lot of people say that his jacket and pants felt like real leather. So I'm assuming that the quality of this trench coat, the material that they used, is just like the DX10. It does feel like real leather. Really awesome. And then it's got some wires on the very bottom to make it look like it's blowing in the wind. You can just articulate it. So that's pretty cool. And then on the collar section of the trench coat, it's got some magnets, so it will stick. See? When you just let it go, it just falls right back into place. Which I find, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I don't know. Sometimes I kind of wish that, you know, you would want to go for like the collar up sort of look. Maybe some people would like that, you know, prefer that. And maybe with a little playing around with the trench coat, maybe you can get it to do it. I haven't tried it myself yet, but I guess that's a nice detail that Hot Toys added. And then you got the flak vest itself. This is really awesome. The artwork that they did on it and everything, the material that they use, the paint job, everything is like really good. Down to the straps and little clips it's got. They nailed it. The outfit looks really good. The t-shirt that it's got underneath, it's kind of like a stretchy kind of spandex material type of material, so that looks really good when he doesn't have his trench coat on. The pants itself, really good as well. The tactical cargo pants, nice fit and everything. As for the legs, I guess they're a pretty good size. Sometimes it looks like they're a little bit too skinny, but maybe that's just my imagination. My favorite part of the outfit is the boots. Hot Toys, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but just in case you are, you guys keep doing what you're doing with boots. I've seen them do this repeatedly a lot of times, and I gotta give them props for this. They keep putting cutaways right at the ankle area of whoever wears boots now. that grants the figure itself a lot better articulation than if it was just altogether one piece. So that is genius idea on their part. They need to keep doing that with whoever wears boots. I mean, they already did it with the latest Batman figure from Batman vs. Superman. Trying to think of who else they did it with. They did it with the Christian Bale Batman as well. The DX12, I believe it was. So yeah, they need to just keep doing that because it's awesome. It doesn't look bad in any way when you pose the figure, and it gives the figure great articulation in the ankle area. So yeah, they nailed the accuracy right down to a T as well with the outfit. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a 10 out of 10 on that as well. Looks really good. As you can see, I got him holding the minigun there. And the ammo box that is right here, the figure did not come with that. That is from the Coup model minigun that I own separately. I bought it for the T800 a long time ago, but you know, if you decide that you want to put it right next to the Punisher, it works magic, because I don't like just putting the minigun in his hand and with the belt just hanging there, and it's attached to nothing. It kind of ruins the illusion for me. So it's better to have something than nothing. You know, maybe if you had I do have a duffel bag, but I decided to go with the ammo bag, or I'm sorry, the ammo box itself. And it looks way better like that. As long as we're on the topic of the outfit, I did went ahead and attach the knife sheath to the side of his pants. It's really easy to do. All you got to get is some double-sided tape and just stick it right on there. But yeah, guys, the outfit gets a 10 out of 10. So stick with me and we'll continue on with the rest of the review. Right, so now we've reached the category of articulation. But before I get into that, I'm going to show you guys the pose that I have him in. Now, you guys are probably thinking, why would Punisher be dealing with Joker if they're from two separate universes? Since the Joker is from DC and the Punisher is from Marvel. Well, I got this idea from a Comic-Con panel that John Bernthal was in. They were talking about, someone in the crowd asked him a question, and they asked him if the Punisher was able to interact with anyone from the DC universe, who would it be? And John Bernthal's reply to that was, I always imagined the Punisher stepping on the Joker's throat. So, that's what I did. And I can totally imagine that. If these two characters existed in the same universe, Punisher would have no qualms about killing off Joker. And I have to admit, it is a pretty awesome pose, having both of these guys together like this. And Joker would be laughing it up until the very end when he gets his brains blown out. Because that's just the kind of guy he is. He is a psychopath. So, getting back to the articulation, the body that the Punisher uses is a standard Hot Toys body, slim, muscular build. If you guys have owned any of the Wolverine figures, that is exactly the type of body that this is. Either that or, I believe, Thor is also the same body type as this figure. So that should give you guys an idea of the articulation. But just in case you guys don't own any of those figures, I'll go ahead and run it down. It does have the standard neck articulation that most Hot Toys have. You could look up a decent amount, down about that much. I think that's as much as down as you can make it look. You could tilt the head from side to side. And that's pretty much it for the head articulation. The shoulders can do a full 360-degree turn. You get some shoulder shrugs. For some reason, the arms don't come down all the way to the sides. It kind of sticks out. You got the single bend elbows, standard wrist articulation, just as any other Hot Toys figure. You got ab crunch, but it is kind of hindered by the tactical vest. Waist movement is pretty good. You could make them twist all the way to the left or to the right. That's pretty good. Legs can pretty much kick out all the way, I'd say, close to 90 degrees. Not a full 90 degrees, but close enough. Double bend knees. And great ankle articulation, just as I mentioned before. So all in all, really good. So for the articulation, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. You could argue the fact that he could have had double bend elbows, but if you're going to have him pose without the trench coat, he will look very bad, aesthetic-wise. So I'm glad that they went with the single bend elbow. So yeah. Stick with me, guys, and I will continue on with the next category. Alright, so we've reached the last and final category of accessories. So, let me just run it down for you guys. You got 4 pairs of hands. You got 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of gripping hands. You can use them to grip onto the knife, or you can use them to grip onto the handlebar of the minigun. You got 1 pair of trigger hands and 1 pair of spread open hands. The thing that I like about these hands is that they give you a pair of each. Like with other Hot Toys, they always just include 1 trigger hand, maybe 1 gripping hand, and that's it. You know, they don't include for both hands. And I found it pretty cool that they did do it for the Punisher. They give you 2 gripping hands for each hand and 2 trigger hands for each hand, which is really good. I like it when Hot Toys does that, because that way you can put his weapons in either hand. You're not limited to just certain poses that way. So other than the hand, you get, other than the hands, you also get his weapons. We'll start off over here with the minigun. Pretty nice sculpt of the minigun. I think it's really nice. And they also include the belt of bullets for the minigun. A lot of people think that this is just a recreation of the minigun that they made for the DX10 T800. I never actually owned that figure, as I said before, so I can't say for sure, but I don't think that, judging by what the movie shows on the Terminator 2, when Arnold did use the minigun, it didn't look anything like this. I mean, it's similar, but no, it's different. For one thing, the grip right here on the bottom of the minigun, it didn't have that. And as for other things, I'm not quite sure, but I can say that for sure. This looks more like the variation of the minigun that was used on the Predator. That would be more accurate. I believe that is the variation that they went for. But all in all, it's a nice piece. The barrel does not rotate, for all those who are curious. So there is that. And moving on, we get the revolver. This looks like a 45. I may be mistaken, but it's really nice. the cylinder does come out, as you guys can see right there. You got the sculpted bullets on the inside, looking really nice. I do like this gun a lot better. They made it a lot better than what they made the Harley Quinn revolver. So, because on the Harley Quinn revolver, the cylinder kept falling out even though you would put it back in. I don't know why, but it would. And this one doesn't have that problem, so I'm very happy to report that. I like the gun, but there's only one problem. See the inside right there of the barrel? They put like a wall inside the barrel. I mean, yeah, it's fine that they do that, but I wish they would have just made the wall a lot further back, because now it just looks fake, you know? When you have him holding it, like pointing it at someone or something, it just doesn't look real now because of that. Just looks like he's holding up a fake gun. But other than that, the sculpting of the gun and the paint work, the weathering and everything, it's good. I just wish they would have just put that wall a lot further back down the barrel, if they had to. But anyway, moving on. We also get the sniper rifle. And it's really nice. Really, really nice, actually. You got the this sniper rifle is a bolt action, so you got the bolt right here, and it does articulate, as you can see. And then you can see the bullets on the inside right there. So that's really nice. Just push it back, put it back down. See, that's really nice. I like that a lot, the bolt action there. And the stock does fold backwards. I did see reviews on the Mad Skull version of this figure, and the people that were showing the sniper rifle, it looked really flimsy. The clip constantly kept falling out. The stock the folding stock, it looked really loose as well. It just keep folding back and forth. It was really shoddy. I don't know. But anyway, the scope on this is really nicely done. It does move forward and backward on the railing, which is really nice. And the clip does come out. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Come on, come on. There we go. So there you go. You got the bullets on the inside. So yeah, I love the sniper rifle. It's one of my favorite weapons of the Punisher. Actually, it is my favorite out of all three of them that he comes with. So you got that, and then finally, well, actually, it's not finally. We still got a few more accessories. You get the Daredevil 2.0 helmet, I guess it would be. This would be the look after he upgraded his suit with the black patterns on the mask. It's nice. I find it unnecessary that they gave us this. I mean, it's a nice prop and everything, but it's kinda useless. He can't hold it, he can't wear it, and you can't, if you were to get the Daredevil figure, you can't put this on the Daredevil head sculpt. So that's what I mean by saying that it's kind of useless. I mean, it's nice of them to include it, but I just wish that it had a purpose. So yeah, you get that. And then you get this base, which is the exact same base that the Daredevil figure comes with. And then this was originally on the... This nameplate was on the base. I don't know why they would put this. I understand that this figure comes from the Daredevil TV show, but I don't think that they should have put they should have put the Punisher on this nameplate. I don't know why that they decided to do that. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, basically. I just think that it was a big mistake putting the Daredevil name on the base when it should have been the Punisher on the nameplate of the base. That's why I decided to take it off just completely. If I decide to display this base at all, it's going to be without the nameplate. Because people who don't know the Punisher, if they walk in and see the collection, they're gonna think, "Oh, that's his name? Oh, he's Daredevil. Oh, okay." And that's not right. So it's better to just leave the base nameless. And yeah, other than that, it's a nice base. I like the cement that they gave it. It's like reminiscent of a sidewalk in New York, I guess. They got a nice puddle effect right here of water, some cracks and such. Yeah, nice base. And then you get the background, the cardboard background that he comes with. I guess it's supposed to be like an alley in New York City. It's pretty nice, the background. Only problem is they decided to place the Daredevil logo again on the background. I mean, this is what I mean by saying that the Daredevil logo is everywhere with this figure. It's all over the box. It's on the nameplate. It's on the cardboard background. That's a lot. I mean, why they had the Punisher, they only had it twice on the box. And Daredevil was on there, I don't know how many times. It must have been like 10 times or something like that. I don't know. They just went like crazy with the Daredevil logo. I didn't think it was necessary. If they had to put the logo on the cardboard background, why didn't they just put it on the back of it where nobody's gonna see it? But at least you could say that it is Daredevil property because they have it written on the back. So that's my opinion. You know, they could have just done that. But other than that, it's a good amount of accessories. So I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10 for the accessories. There's a few things that it could have came with, because there are some weapons that he used in the movie that aren't with this figure, so it could have been a little bit better in the accessories department. Like, he could have had the pump action shotgun that he used in the hospital scene in the show, and he could have come with the M4 assault rifle that he uses also. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10 for accessories, and that brings the total score for this figure out of 44 out of 50. So, not too bad. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for tuning in on my latest review. And please stick around because there will be more content on this figure. I'm thinking of doing a little customization on him. I'll get more into detail about the customization once I start filming the figure during his customization. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention, guys. The knife and sheath that he comes with. That is also nice. He does come with that. And I just wish that they made the sheath able to fit in the boot, or maybe make it attached to the back of his flak vest. That would have been nice. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos on this figure. Bye guys.